Hello and welcome. It's a beautiful morning today, Thursday, and today is Salah. So, to our Muslim brothers who are celebrating the Eid al-Fitr, we say Barka da Sallah. Na pata kuna zama lafiya kuma kuna bikin Sallah da godiya. I'd like to say welcome once again. Recall yesterday I made a video concerning the southern governors on their resolve to make to come together and form the Southern Governors Forum. It was applauded. We had callers who came in and made their contribution, and I am very happy that for the first time, even though belated, the South is beginning to get their acts right. And also recall I said that that singular act of the governors of the South coming together, and by governors of the South, we meant governors of South, Southeast, and Southwest coming together. I told you yesterday that it was a big political chess move, and it's going to get the cabal, the northern cabal, agitated. And to my prediction, I saw a video yesterday by one Professor Usman Yusuf, who responded to the activities of the governors by forming a Southern Governors Forum. So, to not waste your time, and this is a phone-in session. You can actually call in at the end of the deliberation today so that we can hear your view. This is let me play the video by Professor Usman Yusuf and what his opinion on the meeting of the Southern governors was. I saw it yesterday and I felt really agitated. I felt really agitated. So let's see. I'm going to play the video out so that you can see exactly what the mindset of the Fulanis are towards other tribes in Nigeria, and the disdain and contempt with which they have for the rest of Nigeria. Hold on. Look, I start you from the beginning. I say hold on now. Hold on. Let me take. You do for me without me is against me. Okay. Is that Gandhi said, whatever you do for me without me is against me. Ask all those, whatever, 13, 15 governors that met in that hotel. Was there any of the Fulani leaders consulted? Any of the Fulani leaders consulted? So they are there making laws for people that they have not consulted. This is a problem with government. Disconnected, out of touch with realities of people. You must sit down and talk with people you are making laws for. None of those governors have sat down with Fulani leaders in wherever they are and tell them what we are planning to do, or what we're going to do, or what alternatives are there. And then they're sitting down there and making laws. All right. Be careful. Okay. Let me take this video step. Let me take you the video step by step so that we analyze it. We analyze it thoroughly. Calm down now. You today hurry. I say calm down. Let's listen to the video again so that we take the video, because it's like as Southerners, because of our political ineptitude, we don't have the ability to analyze issues as they come because of our lack of northern politics. So I want us to take the video step by step and analyze it step by step. Now, here, let me start and pause. Is that Gandhi said, whatever you do for me without me is against me. Beautiful, Mr. Kota. He said that Mahatma Gandhi said He was quoting Mahatma Gandhi, saying that whatever you do for me without me is what? What did he say again? Let me see what.
Is that Gandhi said, whatever you do for me without me is against me.
Okay. You go hear now. That whatever you do for me without me is against me. So, as far as the Fulanis are concerned, what the governors of the South did by constituting themselves as Southern Governors Forum is against the Fulani. It's a clear, undiluted, unequivocal statement. So right now, the Fulanis have now seen the Southern governors as people who are against them. Let's listen further.
All those, whatever, 13, 15 governors that met in that hotel, was there any of the Fulani leaders consulted?
Beautiful. Okay.
Any of the Fulani leaders consulted?
He went further to ask if, as at the time that the governors of the South sat down to form the forum that they've constituted and made the laws that they made, if any of the Fulani leaders were consulted. Emphasis on the word consulted. Let's listen further.
So they are there making laws for people that they have not consulted.
Okay. I wonder how this man managed to get to the point where he is referred to as a professor. He said they are there making laws for people that they've not consulted. In what climb or perspective did this professor see the communique arrived at the Governors Forum to indicate that the laws or the communique so arrived at are intended for the Fulanis? They said there should be no open grazing in the southern region. How does that law be laws for Fulanis? The laws was made for people in the south, for southerners and in the south. By implication, what this man is saying is that the south belongs to the Fulani, and therefore if you make laws in the south, it clearly means that you are making laws for Fulanis without consulting Fulanis who are also indigenous to the southern region. That is purely the implication here, because I see no reason why a professor of his age and status will be asking the question that why were they not consulted before laws in the south are made? Can you see the arrogance and the sheer extreme effrontery that these people exhibit towards the south? While we are there speaking big grammar, this is exactly how they see us. The question I want to ask this professor is, when the northern forums, when the northern governors forums sit down to deliberate and come up with policies that interest the north, do they consult the south? When the north sit down and a man from Jigawa is saying that the oil in Bayelsa belongs to the north, did he consult the people of Bayelsa before he came to the conclusion saying that? You get me? So sorry. Please, you can call in only after I made this, when I give the instruction to call in. Now, when the man in Jigawa was saying that the oil in Bayelsa belongs to the north, did he consult the people of Bayelsa, or by extension consulted the people of the south before he came to the conclusion that the oil in the south belongs to the north? So it's amazing that these people can think that they can converge on their own and come to conclusions without consulting others, but feel that the rest of the country must consult them before they arrive at whatever decision that other regions feels best, comfort them in their region. Let's listen further.
The problem with government, disconnected, out of touch with realities of people. You must sit down and talk with.
This I agree with you that this government must come to touch with the reality of people. Now, Professor, the reality here is not your reality. The reality here is the reality of the South. And I'm here continuously every day to defend the interest of the South. The reality is not your reality that encompasses the reality of other people. The governors came to describe and make laws for the reality of the situation of the South. Now, the reality that has confronted the South is that your kingsmen, the Fulani headsmen and the Fulani bandit and the Fulani whatever, in whatever guise, are now encroaching on our land and forcefully doing things that inhibit our normal way of life, culture, and tradition. And that is why the reality necessitated that the governors came together and formed a law that suits best the interests of the South. Because we cannot jeopardize our culture and our tradition to suit your violent way of living and encroaching on people's land without consulting them or seeking their permission to graze. We are banning open grazing. So you either deal with it or find some other English to come to social media and talk about. My only prayer is that the southern governors are resolute with these pronouncements. When an Igbo man comes to the north to open a chemist, he doesn't just go and open a chemist without seeking permission or paying for rent, paying for the shop he rents. He pays for something and he seeks permission. But you don't just come to somebody's land, you bring your cows, you go into people's farm, eat up their crop, you don't pay tax, you don't pay anything. And to rub insult to injury, you are asking the people to give you the land in which they graze permanently to become yours. That is the height of arrogance. That is the height of complete disregard to the sensibilities of the people that you are grazing on their land. So therefore, we have said, we don't want the grazing. Take your cows to your place and do open grazing and do whatever you want to do with your cows, but let it be on your land. Yes, we are Nigerian, but does not mean that because you are Fulanis, you suddenly evolve some kind of power that gives you complete access uninhibited access to our land and do whatever you want. Let's listen for that.
People you are making laws for. None of those governors have sat down with Fulani leaders in wherever they are and tell them what we are planning to do or what we're going to do.
Get out. That none of those southern leaders sat with the Fulani leaders to tell them what they are planning to do. It is no longer a plan. If I begin to tell you what I want to do, it is no longer a plan. If I say, okay, I'm going to ban open grazing. Let's call the Fulani leaders and tell them that the South wants to ban open grazing. What do you think about it? Then we'll wait and say the Fulani will say, okay, yes, okay, you can go ahead and ban it. When it is clear for the last 6 years, everybody has seen the resoluteness with which you want to impose your way of life on people who have complete disparity of culture with the Fulanis. So it will make complete foolishness to begin to ask you whether it is appropriate for the South to allow open grazing or ban it. So your cultures and my cultures are in complete parallel. They are parallel to one another. They don't reconcile. You believe the lives of cows are better than the lives of human beings. We believe the life of human beings are better than the lives of animals. So we wonder why we should begin to seek your permission. In fact, it is sheer arrogance and complete disregard for our right as Southerners to begin to suggest that we seek permission from you or consult with you before we come up with laws that best suit our region. It's annoying. In fact, when I saw this video yesterday, I had to struggle to contain the bile that was building up in me. Let's listen.
What alternatives are there? And then they're sitting down there and making laws.
All right. Can you imagine the caricature, the sarcasm that and then they are there just sitting down and making laws. So you become so comfortable with the fact that for a very long time the southern governors have been docile. They've not been doing anything. They've not been saying anything. And then for all of a sudden they are now making laws, and it is looking strange to you that in your small mind you didn't contemplate that there will be a time where the southern, I've told you, I've said it over and over for years, that the only thing that will scare the north is the unity of the south. And for the first time, for a very long time, the governors of the south coming together, this is the first angle of unity that the north is seeing, and it is beginning to scare them. And they will do everything possible to cause disarray in this unity that the governors have found. So it is our duty as citizens of the southern region to help build this thing, let it metamorphose into bigger unifying concept that best protects the entire region. Otherwise, if we keep indulging in these small mundane inanities of abi Robo, abi Igbo, abi Yoruba, abi this, we keep giving room for these people. You could see they don't have your interest at heart to enter us. So let's watch the end part of the video. Okay. There's a part of that video where he said, we will see.
Is that those governors have sat down with Fulani leaders in wherever they are and tell them what we're planning to do.
Not true.
Or what we're going to do. Or
Not
what
true.
alternatives are there.
Not true.
And then they're sitting down there and making laws.
Okay.
All right. Be careful.
Okay. That's what he didn't say. We'll see. He said he ended the video by a warning. It was passive. He said, be careful. Now, this is their weapon, intimidation. Who are you, Mr. Professor Usman Yusuf? Who are you telling to be careful? The governors of the South for sitting down and deciding to take matters into their hands, deciding to, foresee the future, and now deciding to say what is best for their people. You are asking us, be careful. Who did you consult when you formed the Hizbah police in Kano that has right to pick Christians and say they don't want beer, they should not sell beer, they should not prostitute, they should not... in fact, who did you consult? Who did you consult before Boko Haram came into being? Who did you consult before? So many things that who did you consult before you say our oil it belongs to the North? Who did you consult before you made NNPC as Northern Nigerian Petroleum Corporation, where you have all the top government, all the top NNPC executives occupied by North? You think we'll remain this docile forever? You think we'll remain stupid forever? I tell you, this is just the beginning of the realization of our problem and the need to make appropriate steps or take appropriate steps or decision to protect ourselves. You can't live without the South. We've been feeding you for over 40 years. The South has been feeding you to the point that you have neglected your mainstay, the granite pyramids, the cuttings, the leventis, the batter, and everything that you have been using to survive. Without the South, even your business of cow will not even see the light of day, because we consume the cows. You don't even eat it. But you have enjoyed the fact that the South, even their natural endowment, the wealth they have, their intellectual disposition, their exposure, everything that makes them superior to you, the South have refused to use these indices to feel superior to you. And because of our political naivety, you have used this scenario to become political jagudas. Hello?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Please, what's your name and tell us where you are calling from?
My name is Daniel. I'm calling from Lagos.
From Lagos, okay. What's your contribution to the program, please?
Well, my contribution is first, I have to give credit to you for your job you have been doing so far. I've been following you for a while now.
Thank you very much.
Seriously, Magnus, you are the only one speaking from Delta that I've seen. Nobody is talking.
Yeah.
When it comes to that, and I think Delta has a powerhouse. If we start talking, people will be very, very afraid because they know we know anything we say we do. Don't talk anyhow.
Yeah.
And I think the way the direction this country is going, if nobody is talking, then we are in for a mess. People need to start preparing because we don't know what is coming before anybody.
Yeah, I could see that they are very resolute. It's like they've made up their mind because they believe that their brothers from Niger, Chad, and Sahel will come and help them. They are getting it all wrong. Nobody has a monopoly of violence or war.
He controls everything. I was with one of my army friends yesterday, the minority. He was telling me a lot of things. He helped me to carry some goods to my site yesterday. And if you see the thing he was telling me, that even they themselves, they are free. I'm telling you, you are starting like that for 31 years. 7 years from now, you will be retired. He was telling me a lot of things. That this thing you see on social media, you think just people are just over. These things are going to happen. And people need to begin to believe that this thing will happen. And the more you believe that it will happen, the more you start preparing yourself. And in my own region, Delta State and the whole South, I think the meeting is step to the right direction. But they need to do more, not just talking like the Easterner. The Easterner like talking.
That's true. That's true. Yes, the fact that the governors are able to come together and issue out a communique. Can you imagine in your dream, would you have imagined that governors of the Southeast and Southwest will come together and agree and sign a communique together? This is the first time it's happening since independence. So we should give credit to this occurrence. All we need to do now is to water it and make it stronger.
Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you. And again, people, they have been feared together. I'm talking about the militants. You know, both of them are still money. So they are not, I don't think they are interested. So we need to re-sensitize them. If you think you are strong, this is the right time to show how strong you are. Okay. Seriously speaking.
No wahala.
This is the right time to show how strong you are.
So thank you very much for your contribution. So thank you, my brother. God bless you.
God bless you, sir.
So please, the number to call in is right there on your screen. You can call in. Let's get 2 or 3 callers and then we call it for today. But the truth is that I decided to play this video so that you understand precisely the resolve of these Fulanis not to come to terms with the realities of ground. This is the 21st century, for goodness sake. These are people who want to merchandise poverty. They want to merchandise backwardness. There are some of us who want to move forward, we want to grow, and we want to live the contemporary life as it is obtained in other parts of the developing world. But these people are hell-bent on dragging us back. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Oroka.
Yeah, good morning. Please tell us your name and where you are calling from.
My name is Ade. I'm calling from UK.
Okay, welcome, my brother. What's your contribution to today's program?
Yes, I've been watching you for a long time. There is this specific warning you have been given that if the southern governors have been coming together, it will be a big open eye for the northerners.
Yeah, and you are beginning to see it now.
Yes, now that they are coming together, though they came together in 2018, but this time around, what I can say is that because the crisis has not reached every state doorstep, now that the crisis that we are talking about has reached all these 17 states in the south, that make them to come together like this, which is very good.
Yeah. If
these governors have been coming together like this for a very long time, all these secessionists we have been having from the southeast, the militants from the south, and the secessionists from the southwest will have been coming, that will have been seeing it, they will have been, try as much as possible to quench it down. If they have been coming together like this, we will not be having all these kind of secessionists we are having across the south, which is very good. Let us continue encouraging to be coming together like this, which is very good. We will take it further like this, and we let the northerners, the Fulanis, understand that, listen, this is the time for us to to stand our ground and to make a statement that will reflect the reality of the South.
This was what I was telling. This was what I was telling a lot of people, saying that when you had all these IPOB, Quarrel, all this Odua, did you see the North make a statement? They are happy because we are disoriented. We are compartmentalizing our fight. We are fighting from minute states, so it doesn't bother them. Now that they've seen that, because the first time we had this kind of unity was in 2011 election, when Christians along the South voted on one part, including Christians from the North. Today, the Christians that have been killed from the North are paying the price of 2011 election, in case you don't know. So now this is another form of unity. The only thing that jolts the North is unity from the South. Anything that brings unity, it unsettles them. So that is the only, I've been crying about this for a very long time. So all these other fighters will not move them, because they know it is not going to be possible. The Fulani man knows that this other secessionist drive will not be possible. But unity of the South, it will definitely unrattle them.
In fact, we need to encourage this governor to be having a meeting. If it is not once in a month, maybe quarterly.
Yeah.
They should be holding this meeting. We want to see this meeting like 3 times before the end of the 2021 we are.
Yes.
They should be coming together and be giving a communique like this. That will make us more stronger. That will down the tension of all the secessionists across, and that will make us to be more.
And what I'm even praying is that this unity of governors should translate to the senators in the House of Assembly.
Of course, because the governors control the senators, and I can hear the governors too. They were happy for the first time their own governors are talking, because we have been pushing them to talk. They are not talking, because the key for them to talk is in the hand of the governors. Now that the governors spoken yesterday, then you can hear the senators
before yesterday.
That are saying yes, they agree with what the governor said. So let me thank you for this we're doing, because we have been saying it, and I will encourage you. Let us continue. I mean, begging these governors to come together and talk like this, because everybody is happy. Everybody is happy about coming together. This unit, that's what we need.
Yes.
Let the governors champion this cause for us. Let them come together. Let them speak.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you are calling from.
My name is Annie James. I've been following you for a very long time.
Okay.
And I'm calling from Abuja.
Okay, Abuja. Alpha, money city Abuja. Money city Abuja. It's okay. What's your contribution?
At first, I want to really appreciate you for your resilience despite all that has been going on, because sometimes ago I started developing this notion that, come on, the South need to come together, but I didn't know what medium, how to communicate, how do I keep nursing it, until I come across you on Facebook one day. I said, wow, I can find my better half. But then, so many things happen that a lot of discouragement. I've been following you carefully, and you've been preaching this. And my greatest happiness is that I've lived to see it happen. This is the positive way of communication. Keep communicating it, and this thing you keep doing, you say, goes far. It gets to the hands or the ears of the people that you preach that they should hear. It takes time, but today it has finally come. Now I want to react to the issue on ground. Someone who has come out to say so arrogantly,
Professor Yusuf Usman Yusuf.
Yes, that the Southern governor did not consult them for sitting down and discuss something that is affecting their land. Can the person boldly explain the reason why we had just a few days ago a national security meeting that has to do with the whole federation, and then the person should go back and check the list of the people who were on that meeting, and then you will now know, and then you will come back and ask that question again. You should go and check apart from Usibanjo, who is the vice president on that list. Check the list of the people who were there, and then they sit down. At the end of the day, one of the communique of that gathering was that there's going to be a new security measures for the south, and southeast. Okay. Now that they were making laws or coming up with a new security strategy for the south, and southeast, with the southeastern that meeting, this happens to be a forum constitutionally that was supposed to be provided for other people of ethnic groups to be there, or by virtue of appointment. But that did not happen. And this person, Yusuf, could not ask question about that one. And it's asking question about a legitimately organized meeting that is supposed to be taking care of the land, for which this mayhem has been unleashed on. Then he's coming to ask question. This is just clear statement of who.
No, we gave them room. We've been docile for a very long time, and every day they've been growing in confidence that we are a new species of stupid people. Therefore, they can do whatever they want to do to us. Otherwise, listening to that video from Professor Usman, you could see the sheer arrogance and complete disregard for our sensibilities. Now, these are people who don't have the type of intellectual exposure that we have, and yet is trying to play with our sensibilities that we should have consulted them before we decide that they should be banned on open grazing or federal character. So the status quo where only Northerners or Muslims have superior relevance in appointments in Nigeria should remain so. And then, but when it comes to getting monies to pay their salaries, you go to the south and rely on our oil. When you go to borrow money from China, the assets in the south, you use it to mortgage and make collateral. So, and then we should not talk. We should just, you can imagine the sheer arrogance. These people have to be stopped. And don't forget, the Fulanis are minorities in Nigeria.
Of course.
They are minority. Their population is not this fact that they should just go to a place, capture the head, and lead it, and then they own the place. And then you think they are more. They are not. They are not the most populous people in Borno State. They are not the most populous people in Kano State. They are not the most populous people in Sokoto State. The place where you get a little bit of them is in Sokoto and in Katsina. The rest of the north in Adamawa State, they are not the most populous there, but they've been able to catch the seat. Let me give you know this line where you go to hang your clothes.
Yes.
It's just the use of Islam. That's why they want to Islamize everybody, because when you embrace Islam, it's like a peg. The Islam is like a peg. The cloth is the line are the people. The line are the people. Then the cloth you hang on the line is the power, the influence of the north. Then the peg is Islam. So you know when you use peg to peg cloth, it prevents wind from blowing the clothes away. So what they used to, what they used to hold people on their spell is this Islam. Now that's why they want to make sure that Islam spreads across the country, because once you embrace Islam, you unconsciously become under the control of the Islamic Fulani Caliphate, the Uthman Dafodio Caliphate. Which is why I don't have anything against Islam, please. I don't have anything against Islam. But the type of Islam that suggests you become slaves to the Fulanis is the one that I am against.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother.
For me, looking at the way forward, my brother, we really need to rally around these governors. Yes, for me, facing reality, this is coming a bit late. Why I'm saying a bit late is because of the damages.
My brother, it's better late than never. It's better late. It's better late than never. So let's just leave it like that. And I urge, people like you who are watching, you just see us come, looking fresh. You think it's all okay. It's not. It's not. Like yesterday, I was asking for a laptop computer. As you can see now, I'm using one hand to hold the phone, another phone, whereas I am using another phone to make record. But if you have complete studio, a complete gadget, it makes it easy for you to communicate. So I was looking for a situation whereby people can actually say, okay, I will contribute this laptop for you, I'll contribute this phone for you, I'll contribute this microphone for you, or I contribute this for you. This is not the other style of asking money from the public, but this type of communication requires funds. You get me? So, and then I think it's about time that we you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
I understand. Okay. I understand.
So thank you for your contribution. But
all right, we'll chat privately.
Okay, so thank you.
All right.
So the idea, today's topic, maybe we'll get one more call and we'll wrap it up for today. The truth here is this. From Professor Usman's comment on his video, I could see that I don't think the Fulanis are prepared. I don't think the Fulanis are prepared for a mutual coexistence where individual rights, cultures, and tradition are respected. I don't see them that resolved. The truth is that from the way I see, we really don't have a problem. We just have the artificial problem that the Fulanis have sown in Nigeria over time. And as Southerners, we enjoy the process of engaging in these artificial problems. The topmost of them is the division between the Igbos and the Hausas. Every time you see Igbos, in 18, whatever, Awolowo did this, in this one did that. So, hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hey, my brother, tell us your name and where you are calling from.
My name is Wilson.
Hey, Wilson. Thank you. You called in yesterday. Thank you for your consistency.
Yeah.
You saw what Professor Usman Yusuf said, that the governors of the South should have consulted them before making those communiques.
Yes, I saw it. That is why I said our Southern brothers should wake up. We should wake up. You see, what is happening in Nigeria is about Fulani and is only for Fulanis. So we should wake up. We should stop doing eye service for them. You see, we all are created at the same time. We all are the same Nigerians. So if we wake up now, I don't say it's too late, but it's good that we wake up now. One thing I forgot to say yesterday before I was cut off, I said only Nigeria country in Africa that doesn't have identity. And that is the problem of Nigeria. And do you know why? The Fulanis, they told you that democracy is about number. And the number is about they manipulate the number. In Europe, all the whole Europe or other African countries, they have identity. They keep on denying us this identification. Here in Europe,
hey, one of you come here.
Years, from 13 years, you will have what they call thumbprint. They will thumbprint you. They know how many number they are, who comes in or who. It's easy for the police to do their job. Very, very easy for police to do even the analysis where they have dead casualties. It's easy for them. But in Nigeria, we keep on using everything. Do you know the problem? Even our brothers will be a sellout for all these things. Could you believe that Nigerian census, the last time they did census is 2006. 2006. Almost 10 years, almost a decade plus. Nobody. Some people, professors, they come up, anyway, they are not professors because fella have said it before. They come on TV and say that Nigeria is over 200 million. From where? How? Where did you get all these figures? How? I don't know why we take this food. Okay, go virtually all the African countries. Nigerians are there. Then you still continue saying Nigerians are 200 million. When you don't have a figure of Nigerians, when you don't have the necessary figure, you keep on saying Nigeria is 200 million. You see the problem?
The truth is, I don't think Nigeria is up to 150 million. Nigeria should be about 130. Nigeria. Do you know that they just conducted? Do you know that they just conducted one census? They conducted and finished one census like weeks ago. Yeah. Are you? Oh, you are not even aware. They conducted some election, but I wasn't counted. Were you counted? Were you counted?
No.
Me and my none of us were counted in this house. But I'm sure that figures will be doled out that Nigeria is 250 million and we'll accept it. And do you know that since they constituted the National Census Commission, no Southerner has ever headed that place. All sensitive areas, EFCC, is only Northerners that will head it. Minister for Abuja is only Northerners that will head it. National Population Commission is only Northerners that will head it. Sensitive positions where it is possible to disorient your perception of Nigeria, they make sure that it's Northerners that held it. That way they are able to control, and feed you with how they want you to perceive Nigeria. And these things must stop. It must stop. But like I said yesterday, you shouldn't blame them. We haven't realized our strength. That is why people are taking us for granted. Until the point where we begin to realize these people cannot be without us. They have to wait every month end to get money from us to pay the salaries of people in the north. They contribute less than nothing to the national coffers. Then how should they be the one also, people who contribute nothing, become the ones that dictate to us, to you? Do you not see how insulting that is? Forget his entry. You get me? Eh? Yeah. Do you not see how... Yes. Do you not see how insulting this thing is? Eh? You are the one that is more educated. You are the one that has wealth. You are the one that is exposed. You are the one that travels. You are the one that has everything. And somebody somewhere who has no certificate is now your president, even sending you your professor to go and be sharing 10,000 naira in the market.
But that issue is being caused by our brothers, because our brothers are being manipulated to that extent. Then they will be like Chibika Amechi. Chibika Amechi was a barrister. He went to school, but he was manipulated. Do you think that your brother?
How can he be manipulated? How can he be manipulated? It's just the sheer wickedness. How can the governors in the south? Amechi was the governor of the richest state in Nigeria. That was why APC, as at then, made sure it was they did everything possible to get Amechi to their side. And as stupid as he is, you are using resources from the south, resources from the richest states in the south, to help another man to bring your own brother down. No northern governor will do that. No northern governor will do that whatsoever. It's not possible. That a northern governor be using wealth from his state to finance a southern against a northern. They will kill him and burn his house. But like I said, we are almost there. We are almost there. So let's hear a contribution from somebody else. Thank you for your contribution. You've been wonderful. I like the fact that you've been supportive. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Bless you. So let's get one more call and then we wrap it up for today. You get me? Let's get one more call and we wrap it up for today. Don't go. We are talking about the comment of Professor Usman, a professor from the Fulani enclave, who said that the Southern governors, upon constituting themselves as Southern Governors Forum, should have consulted with them before they took any decision in the forum, as if the Northern Governors Forum seeks permission or consults with the people of the South before the Northern Governors Forum, takes any decision. So you could see the outright effrontery, the audacity, the audacious tendencies with which these people have resolved in them not to take us seriously. So I said it over and over again. I've said it countless times that the only thing that jolts the North is the semblance of unity coming from the South. And now that the governors, for the first time in a long time, have decided to come together to issue out a communique, you can see how it is already jolting the North. And what they are afraid now is that soon the governors of the Middle Belt might now take you. But that's going to, sorry, they are also afraid that the governors of the Middle Belt might now decide to follow suit, but that may be impossible because there are governors who the caliphate has bought over. Governors like Yahya Bello of Kogi State, some other governors which I'm not privy to mention their name because of proximity to these governors. So it will be difficult, but then it's a good thing that the South have started getting its act together. Like the only thing I will urge us to pray, and that's very important to really pray, is that there is resoluteness. Not that wake up one day and then one governor is betraying the other governors. That is my prayer, and it should not happen. So in the absence of any other contributor, we would like to call it a day. You've been wonderful, and I'll be here always to bring issues as they unfold. Nobody with lesser intellectual disposition will come here and begin to think because he's tagged a professor. Professors that we know you cannot stand. Look at the way the man is thinking. You'll be wondering how he got to the point of being referred to as a professor. So therefore, nobody with less intellectual disposition will come here and begin to toy with our sensibilities, saying that we should seek their consent before we make laws that protects the people of our region. So kudos once again to the governors of the South. This is not time to play ethnic politics as it is, as we are used to. This is time to back one another, whether you are Igbo, whether you are Yoruba, whether you are Ijo. This is time to back one another. Enough of all this Nigeria must break, Nigeria must break. Break into what? Into Biafra, into Odua, into Niger Delta, into this, into Middle Belt. It's not going. It might work, but it's not something foreseeable. I'd rather pursue what is foreseeable now and work on it. And what is foreseeably feasible now, it is the coming together of the region of the South and defend our region, make life beautiful for us, whereas the North can begin to peddle their poverty and their backwardness. That is good for them, but for us, we want to move forward. Thank you very much for listening. You've been a wonderful audience.